Welcome to this channel. Today we will be reading out the novel called Grandma's Bag of Stories, written by Sudhamurthy. So today we will be taking the story called
What's in it for me?
So shall we start, Avisha, without wasting further time?
Yes.
Do you want to start?
Yeah.
Do you want to read out? Then start. What is
Acha
Avisha?
told Anand, will you go fetch my clothes from the dhobi? Anand was reading a book and said without looking up. Then, what will you give me? Ajay smiled and said, I will give you nothing. Why should I give you anything? You are a part of the family. Anand looked up now. Oh, but that is not true. In our house, he declared. Whenever my dad tells me to do the same work,
Same work?
to do some work, I ask for a reward and he gives it to me. Aja was surprised. Let me talk to your father. The joy of helping someone itself is a reward. This is not right. That is a big officer in a bank. Can he make mistakes? Can he make mistakes? Krishna asked Krishna with a great surprise. He may be an officer in the bank.
He may be an officer, Avisha.
He may be an officer in the bank. But at home, he is a father, my son. And I will talk to him. If you go on like this, you will become like Mushika. What's a Mushika? Asked Sharon. Ajay looked around. There was no sign of Aji, probably churning out some last minute masala powder for the mothers to take back with them. He looked pleased. Today I will tell you a story of a Mushika and what happens if you want to be paid for every little thing. What is a Mushika?
Mushika, maybe someone's name.
No, a Mushika hai na.
Mushika, let's see. Mushika, I also don't know. Mushika. Mushika is a Hindi girl name that is adored by everyone. Mushika names. Is it even? Okay, it's a name of someone, Avisha.
And images.
Okay, Mushika. Maybe some rat also, maybe.
Rat.
Let's see, we'll see, Avisha. We'll come to know what is this Mushika.
Mushika means one who's adorned by everyone.
Okay, let's see.
Mushika. And what happens if you want to be paid for every little thing? Mushika the mouse walked gently.
Mushika the mouse is a mouse name, okay?
Okay. Mushika the mouse walked gently down the road, whistling a happy tune to himself. There had been a storm earlier in the day which had got rid of the summer heat. He had just eaten a big juicy mango that had fallen in the storm. So his tummy was full and he was pleased
As pleased
as punch. On the road he saw a twig also fallen from the tree above in the storm. Now a mouse will store and keep anything, hoping it will be of use one day. So Mushka picked up the twig in his mouth and set off. A little ahead, he met a potter. The potter was sitting with his head in his hands. Why?
Not like that, Avisha. Not like that. In his hand, like that. Okay, start.
In his hand. Why? Because his oven had been drenched in the rain and now he did not have enough dry wood to light it again. How would he bake his pots and sell them? As the potter sat wailing in front of his house, Mushika walked up and watched him for some time. "Whoosh up, brother?" he asked, with the twig still clutched in his mouth. At first, the potter paid no attention to the strange talking mouse. Then, when Mushika asked him again and again, he told the little creature why he was crying. Mushika nodded, kept the twig aside, and said, "See, this twig has dried in the wind and can be used to light your kiln. I'll happily give it you, brother Potter, but what's in it for me?" The potter thought hard and decided that a little mouse could not ask for much, said, "I will give whatever you ask for." In a flash, Mushika replied, "Then give me that large pumpkin that is lying in the corner of the room." The potter was astonished. How can a mouse carry a pumpkin? Besides, he had been looking forward to the lovely pumpkin curry his wife would make for him that night. "Do something else, little mouse," he urged. But Mushika was stubborn. The pumpkin for the twig or nothing. So the potter gave Mushika the pumpkin. The mouse was delighted. He had made a mighty human. He mighty human do.
He had made a mighty human do what he wanted. Okay.
He left the pumpkin near the potter's house, saying he would collect it soon, and set off down the road again. Further ahead, a milkman was sitting by his cows, shaking his head. "What's up, brother milkman?" asked asked in a asked a tiny voice. To his astonishment, the man saw a mouse with bright eyes peeping up at him.
Start.
Sadly, he shook his head some more, then said, "The storm scared my cows, and they are refusing to give me milk. What will I sell today, and what will my family eat?" Spicy pumpkin curry, if you want." "Surely you're joking, my friend. I have 10 people at home. Where will I get a pumpkin large enough to feed everyone? Just walk back the way I came. You will reach a potter's house. Right beside that I have left a pumpkin. That's mine, and you can have it. But what's in it for me, brother?" The milkman shrugged and said, "Whatever you want." Like the potter, he thought. "What can a mouse want?" Mushika said, "Then give me a cow." "Are you mad? A pumpkin for a cow? Whoever has heard such a thing?" "It's that or nothing, my friend," replied Mushika firmly. "It's that or nothing, my friend," replied Mushika firmly. So the milkman went and got the large pumpkin and gave one cow to the mouse.
This is a milkman, and this is a cow. Okay, and this is a Mushika.
This is cows.
Mouse.
इसको दिया वो बड़ा सा
Mushika को
और किसको खिलाया मुझे कहने
अभी खिलाएगा. Harika also has come to listen to the story.
खाने भेजा
Okay, shall we start with you? Next page.
Yes,
Okay.
a big cow with large horns that listened to what he commanded. Mushika, the mouse, could not believe his luck. Off he went, seated on the cow, whistling another happy tune. Then he stopped in front of a marriage hall. Why were people standing around looking sad and worried? They should be busy preparing for the marriage feast. Even the bride and groom were standing with long faces. "What's up, brother groom?" called Mushika, sitting atop his cow. The groom replied gloomily, "There's no milk to prepare. There is no milk to prepare the wedding feast. How will the wedding feast be complete without the dessert?" Mushika grinned. Why not? Here, take. Mushika grinned. Why not? Here, take this cow. She is now happy and will give you milk. But what's in it for me, brother? The groom was very happy and said, Why? You can have whatever you want. You can eat your fill of the feast, sweets, pulao, fruits, whatever your heart desires." The mouse kept quiet and gave the cow to the wedding party. They milked the cow and had plenty of milk. There was a great wedding feast. After the party,
मतलब
wedding
Huh?
feast.
वेडिंग में खूब सारा खाना बनता है ना, उसको फिस्ट बोलते हैं, फिर खाना खाते हैं हाँ?
After the wedding party was over, the mouse replied in a flash, "Give me your bride." The groom and everyone in the marriage party.
चिल लाउडली भैया.
The groom and everyone in the marriage party were astonished.
Astonished.
Astonished at the mouse.
Astonished.
ब्राइड मतलब
Bride
Astonished.
मतलब लड़की जिसे
दुल्हन. Okay, next.
The marriage party were astonished at the mouse's cheek.
Mouse's cheek, okay.
Cheek मतलब
ये
Girl.
cheek.
Okay, next.
The groom was about to give him a good whack. Whack मतलब
पिटाई ऐसे ऐसे.
whack when his newly wedded bride stopped him. "You had given him your word that he could have whatever he wants. Let me go with him. I'll teach him such a lesson that he will never try to carry off another human bride again." Her husband agreed. So off she went with the mouse. Mushika scampered मतलब
Scampered ahead. Scampered ahead.
scampered मतलब
Let's see this meaning.
गणेश जी की पिक्चर्स आई है. Scampered.
Scamper. I use especially about a child or small animal to run quickly. Okay? Scampered. Okay, Visha?
हाँ.
Scamper. Like this, he is also scampering. You can say. जल्दी से भाग जाना.
जल्दी से भागना. अब आगे का पढ़ते हैं.
Okay, next. Mushika scampered ahead. आगे भाग गया.
Eager to show the bride his home. But what was this? Why was she walking so slowly? "Hurry up, bride," he called. "It's about to rain again," the bride replied. "I am a human. I can't run as fast as you." So Mushika had to slow down. By the time they reached his home, which was a little hole under a tree, he was very hungry. "Cook me a nice meal with lots of grain," he commanded. The bride nodded and said, "Of course. But where is the kitchen? The spices, the oil, and the vessels? I'm a human after all. I can't cook only grains." The mouse realized he was in a real fix, having got this useless human back with him. "Never mind," he sighed. "At least come inside my house."
Inside my house.
Inside the house. Inside the house. "Oh, but how will I do that?" wailed the bride.
Well, miss?
उदास.
ऐसे रोते हुए.
Oh, but how will I do that? Wailed the bride. I cannot set even a toe inside that hole. It is so small. Where will I sleep tonight? How about under that tree? Mushika suggested, pointing to another big tree nearby. No way! Sniffed. No way! Sniffed the bride. It will rain and I will get wet and I will catch a cold, then a fever, and then I will need a doctor who will give me bitter medicines. Now she started wailing even louder. Shush, shush! Mushika comforted her, thinking he should have agreed to eat his fill of the wedding feast instead of bringing this strange, whiny
Whiny.
whiny
means ऐसे रोते हुए जो बार बार रोती है इसको.
whiny woman back home with him. How about you stay in that temple veranda for the night? He suggested, pointing to a big temple across the road. Oh, but thieves and robbers will come there and try to snatch away my lovely jewels, cried the woman. Then suddenly she dried her tears and said, what if I call my friends Ram and Sham to protect me? Before Mushika could say anything, she whistled loudly and called Ramu, Shamu. From nowhere, a big dog and cat appeared next to her and made as if to eat up Mushika. Oh, how he ran and saved his life by jumping into the safety of his hole. The bride grinned and went back to her wedding feast with her faithful pets. As for Mushika, he had to go to sleep. Mushika चूहा है. He had to go to sleep on an empty stomach that night. Tomorrow, he said, perhaps there will be another storm, and went off to sleep.
Okay, that's all in this video. We have completed the story of this novel called Grandma's Bag of Stories, written by Sudha Murthy. We'll come back again with the next story. I hope you like this video. If you liked it, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel. See you in the next video.
Bye. Bye if it is night. Good.